How's it going, everybody? My name is Swoopy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you Viper Mindset number 5. If you guys have been enjoying the series, be sure to like and subscribe because this series is going to be continuing quite a bit longer. The amount of people that have been asking for these kind of videos, just to have a bit more depth into how I kind of play Viper, it's been insane. So guys, keep showing these video support and I'll keep them coming out. So for those of you who don't know what the Viper Mindset is, pretty much this is a series of videos where I go into a bit more depth into Viper and how I play her. So just talking through the plays, slowing it down, and breaking down the gameplay that I've had over the last few days. But with that being said, let's jump straight into it. Okay guys, we're going to be kicking things off on Split. Here is just some pretty good one-way usage to kind of push or stop a push really effectively, right? So what we do, we throw our one way, we hear them running up right at the start. So we're going to put up our smoke, this insta blinds them, and we manage to get a 2k off of it, and this even stops the Vision Striker's push. Even though the Omen was a little bit late with the flash, I don't think he was expecting the one way to even be there and stop them from pushing up that far. And even with a nice little flick onto the jet just to get the 3k and completely stop this mid push. So either way, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about when I see the Vision Striker's push, what you have is an Omen back here who flashes through Heaven while you have a big push through Heaven. This allows you to take B Heaven control, and then you split push on with a B take through B Heaven and B main. So your Omen then goes back through B main, pushes it with Raze, and you take B side. And with literally just one way, we managed to stop the entire push. Even though we get blinded by the Omen, it doesn't matter because we can just control our one way, we can control our engagements, the enemy completely blinded because of the timing we get, and we managed to shut down the entire push. Really nice. And then we just group as like 3, we push through B main, and we just run down the rest of the enemies. Okay, so the next clip is going to be on Icebox. Here's a way of kind of closing your distances and getting into positions that the enemy just really doesn't expect super early. So either way, right at the start, we're not going to be raising our wall. We don't want to raise our wall right at the start. If we do, we're blocking the line of sights for the enemies, for our allies even, and allowing the enemies to get onto the angles a lot faster. So we're not putting up our wall straight away. We're taking these peaks. We're clearing up B long, nice and slowly, and we're not going to raise the wall until we need it and want to push off of it. Right, so we thought there might be one up there, but our teammates cleared it now, so we are fine. We destroy the drone, and now is time to put up the wall. Our team is in position. We're going to try push site. We haven't got bombs, so we're going to use our smoke to actually smoke peek through our wall and close distances. Maybe surprise an enemy or two. Sadly, we don't see anyone, but then out the corner of our eye, we see a gun here. We see the barrel of a gun, and we see a shock dart. So we know where the Sova is. We also heard one in kitchen, I believe. So we hear her drop. I know that the Sova's ulting, so that's also a free kill. And now our team got the refrag onto site. And this is a nice, easy engagement to control. We're just going to chill in kitchen. We can play with our team. We can fall back to Snowman if the guy's flanking. This is just a really nice position to be. Otherwise, we're just kind of clearing the space, keeping it all controlled and in order, and we get the last kill to finish it off. Really nice play. But the main thing was just closing that distance really fast, getting into a position they don't expect, and surprising the enemies with a nice little 2k. Okay, once again, on Icebox, here we see your normal wall that you should be using with Viper holding B side. It's a really good wall. It means that if they're going to peek through at the start, they peek completely blind. However, it does get countered a bit by Raze, Jet, and Omen, as they can peek up here at the start. So you have to be a little bit aware of that. So either way, what we're going to be doing is raising our wall. But if the enemy goes B, what we've seen quite a lot would be that this Sova would then run out to here next to the wall, would then drone, he would then clear everything, and the rest of the team would then come flooding out and peek down B long. I'd seen them do this like 2 or 3 times in the round, so what I decided to do was close the distance. I can throw a smoke down here and get it up in time to the point before the drone can come into play, meaning that it's obscuring the vision and we can get a surprise peek onto the enemies. So what we're going to do is, once again, right at the start, we're going to throw our smoke down. Goes up before the Sova drone comes in. We can then pick it up, smoke peek through. Easy free 2k, get a gun switch. And I thought that drone would have tagged me. So what I ended up doing was dropping my wall when I really shouldn't have. Right, so let's talk about this. So I drop my wall, I get quite a lot of damage off, but either way, the nice little headshot flick from Sova manages to take me down. Really good shot by him. It literally pulls out his gun and insta headshots me. Really good shot. But I could have played this a bit better. So if we go back, when I didn't get shot by the drone, I should have realized I didn't get shot by it, and I should have left this wall up. This means that he has vision up to the point where I'm here. I can then hold shift and walk down to this corner, and they would probably blind swing through here, aiming towards this direction. Meaning I would probably get one more free kill and then probably get refragged after, but, you know, I at least guarantee that one extra kill. Here, me dropping this wall and putting on extra aggression didn't work out, and I ended up getting taken down straight away. So a slight misplay there. I think I could have gotten a few more kills, and our team did end up losing this round somehow, even though there's a Sova on 1 HP, and it's a 4v2 effectively, if that Sova gets taken down. But either way, it is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Alright, this next clip is a bit long, but it's kind of important to talk through the whole process of the round and show how I was playing Viper as this kind of lurking role. So, either way, at the start, we have this wall, we have our smoking market. This is the a fairly nice setup that you can use to normally lurk or put some pressure onto the B site. But it is walled off by the Sage. I don't really want to show any presence. I'm right now just holding around here, getting info. So I hear 2 rotate from B, Sova going to market, and Sage rotate. So what we can then do is I tried to snake bite to do some damage to the Sova, but it ends up him showing, he shows me that he has info of me. He saw where the snake bite came from, and he tried to shoot his Sova ult beam towards me. So I now have this info of him having info of me, if that makes sense. So I can use that info to my advantage. So we're then gonna go show some presence in mid.
Sage and Phoenix.
And we see the Sage. But I'm trying to ignore as much as I can. I know that this Sova is now even more aware of me. He spotted me in mid. He knows I backed off B main. So he's probably going to be wanting to peek market. So we're going to peek towards market, make sure he's not anywhere else, and we get the kill onto him. This now probably allows my team to want to fall back from A. We've now got this pick onto B. We know that the Sage that was on B has now rotated from B and is now on A short, meaning that B is now completely free site to take. So our team is starting to fall back. The Sage still peeking me a little bit. Hasn't hit me. We tag her a few times. And now my team is coming towards mid, so we're going to snake bite just to make sure that they can't peek, as we then start pushing up mid to try and take B. At this point, one of them's probably rotated, but it doesn't matter too much. We're just going to try and keep up this pressure, keep up the aggression, and keep on pushing on. We're going to pick up our smoke so we can use it later. It's not going to have any impact where it is there. We're going to swing through here, and we have info of the guy in CT. So now what we can do is we wait for our smoke to come back off cooldown. We want to get our spike to site, so we're going to smoke off CT so the enemies or our allies can push to site with bomb and get bomb down. As the clock's running low, the clock's glowing red, so the brimstone's like, oh my god, if I get bomb plant, if I can stop bomb plant, I'll win the round. So we're just chilling in our smoke, waiting for the brim to do that kind of fairly predictable play, and we get a free kill onto him, and then decide to fall backside. Backside's a pretty good position. You can kind of just control your engagements better than anywhere else. If you sit on site, they can pinch you from different locations. Backside, you can choose what fights you want to take and peek here and there, right? So I can peek left, I can peek right, jiggle out, hit him twice, peek out, hit him twice more, he's dead. We get our ult instantly, it's last round, we're going to ult straight away. I've decided to just chill backside, and here, there you go, there's a little gap. The Sage tries to push through, and we get a nice little reaction kill onto it. The other thing I want to point out here is this gap that's being created actually is completely blinding. Any enemy that tries to push through here, you know that kind of space where you go into a smoke and you get completely blinded, like as you're going into it, your screen goes completely blind. When you're pushing through here, that is kind of what the effect would have been on the Sage. She was pretty much completely blind and her vision was completely obscured when pushing through here. So it ends up pretty much being a free kill for me to take. But either way, me using my ult here, it allows so much for me to do. I can even chill back here in this corner. There's a little cubby that's being created. I can push back through here. I can play bomb time. I can literally just camp in this corner, which means I have vision of everything around me. So using your ult, especially in a 1v1, will pretty much mean if you have it around a bomb or anything like that, you'll pretty much always win that 1v1. It's one of the best ultimates in the game to just say, yeah, fuck you, I'm going to win this round. But yeah, pretty much solo carrying that entire round. We get the pick in mid, which allows us to go to B. We get the kill on the guy trying to push site and stop bomb plant. We then clutch up the round with a nice little 2k, pretty much putting the team on our back and carrying an entire round. Here's the little thing. I feel like on Eco, people aren't aggressive, like nearly aggressive enough as I would like to see people play with Viper. They still like to sit back and let the enemies walk into them. Sorry. I would like to see more Vipers be proactive. So we throw this wall. At the start of the round, we have a shorty. This allows us to close the distance and get close to them right at the start. So the Phoenix flashes out right at the start. Not going to see anything, but he has info. We hear him ping bomb, shoot again. We get the 1 kill, and we get traded. Who cares? We had a shorty. He had a Spectre on armor, and the other guy has Vandal and half armor. Getting that kill, dropping a weapon, damaging Eco with only a 200 costing weapon. I was about to say money, dollars, but it's not dollars, is it? Either way. Getting that weapon out of the game, it means our teammates could then possibly come round. So say we have this Jet who's pushing B. He could then flank all the way around, get a weapon, possibly get a retake later on in the round, if not get a few more kills. So dropping that weapon is really, really good. Like I said, damages Eco, just a nice little play, and it doesn't cost anything. I've literally used a wall, which is free, and the shorty. Just close distance, easy kill. So yeah, something I would like to see a few more people do, so make sure you do this in your games. Okay, here's a little lineup clip, a little 1v3 clip. So, like I said, normally I don't go for lineups all the time. This is a thing where there are situations where lineups like are really, really good. So here we have our Sova who's one shot, he's in elbow, he's pretty much 100% dead. You're not going to get any impact from this position, so I'm counting him as dead. So we're pretty much in a 2v3. Phoenix post-plant isn't exactly the best characters. With mollies he can be okay, but he still has to get kills to keep on fueling his mollies, so it can be a little bit sketch. So me falling back here and doing my lineups, especially as we have 2 mollies still and we're post-plant, is 100% the best play in this scenario. So either way, fall back, we're going to chill in Fountain, do our lineups, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo,
Can you
Uno,
spike?
and DOS. So there we go, so dies, not really cute. I guess he isn't that cute. Alright, and there we go, there's Ryan getting taken down as well. So we're now in a 1v3. Enemy is probably going to be pushing long. You want to go hookah with this kind of lineup. This allows you to have this wallbang spot with this smoke. It means I can smoke peek out in my smoke, as well as enemies are normally just going to be pushing long anyway. We got a kill of Ryan dying, of Ryan dying in long. So they're probably going to keep on pushing and trying to clear up that way. So either way, we fall back in towards hookah. We hear them get onto bomb, so we're going to wallbang through, get the first kill, and as it's doing double damage as well, it's a free kill. We peek out, don't see him, which means he's on the bomb on the left side, so we wallbang through, and we pick up the last kill onto the Omen as well. Just a nice little 3k, just, well, yeah, carrying my team is just a really, really clean play. And then we follow this up with this kind of stupid play. It looks kind of stupid, but it's an okay play, especially as we're a duo queue. Me and Ryan still together. So what I like to do, or like to think about, is if we as a collective can get 3 kills, then our 3 teammates can probably get 2 kills as a team, and that is, of course, 3 plus 2 equals 5, which is a round win. If we kill all 5 of them, we win. So my idea is that I can put my smoke here. Then once they begin kind of pushing up long, the Sage can wall it off, meaning that they think they have full freedom to go push and get this orb. In reality, I'm going to smoke, and I'm going to smoke peek and try and get a 2 or a 2k, if not get 1 kill and some damage. So there we go. I heard some footsteps, the smoke goes up, they wall, and now I can freely smoke peek out. Turret not going to be able to react as it doesn't shoot in time because of the smoke peek. And there we go, managed to get a kill and 80 damage on. Then Ryan gets a 2k on short, and that's 3 kills plus 80 damage still on this Omen, meaning that the round is pretty much 100% won. So yeah, just little plays like that. Don't be afraid to do a play that always looks kind of stupid. Like that, don't get me wrong, that play looks so stupid to do. But it works out. It gets me the 1k, as well as 80 damage. And is enough to win the round, I guess. So, no audio on this last clip. But what we're doing is we're using our wall to get ourselves into this position up here. This position is quite strong. It means then you can drop your wall, you can clear all the boathouse, you can even clear a little bit towards stairs, and get your team on towards site. But it is a bit more of a solo wall. Sometimes it does cut your team if they don't really know what they're doing. But either way, quite a nice wall, and we get ourselves into a fairly good position with it. We take it chill, we're waiting a little bit. Now we only have like 3 seconds left of the smoke, so I know I have to move. So we're moving up with our smokes, get ourselves into this position next to Market. And I think with this Phoenix molly, this Reyna in Market doesn't really expect that we're going to be here. probably thinks that it's clear, gets the first kill, pushes out, we get the refrag, and now what we're going to do is instantly reposition, but push into our smoke, and then we're going to smoke peek the guy in market to finish off the round. Really, really cheeky play, and it's just about, you know, we wait, we're patient, we get a kill, we then instantly raise our smoke, we position ourselves in our smoke to then smoke peek and get the next kill to win the round. We're in a 4v1 as well, so there's no risk if I die that we're going to lose the round. We're getting bombed down, we also have flank from A site. There is no risk in doing the play that I'm doing, and yeah, just managed to fuel my ult. Really nice. But yeah, guys, that is it for all of these plays of me talking through all of these clips. But I do have a little bit of a guide towards B site on split. If you guys want to know how to play split defense really, really well, be sure to stick around a little bit longer and watch this. Okay, guys, and just to finish off the video, what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about Viper on B site and why she's so strong here. And just go through each ability and try and explain how you should be using it and why it makes her so strong holding B site. So, we're going to start off with the smoke. There are kind of 3-4 main placements I would use for the smoke. One over here, one over here, one over here, and then the one way. These are like your 3 kind of main placements. All of them are good in their own way. The first one we're going to talk about is this kind of normal one. So this smoke will just kind of fill up the whole of B main. If they're going to be pushing through it, they're going to be decayed, and it's not going to be a good time for them. You can place this like at the start of the round. As soon as barrier goes down, you can push out and spray through your smoke here at head level. And a lot of time you can pick up any kills on people trying to walk through garage. So it's a nice little easy way of getting kills at the start. So as well as that, you're just kind of using it as a smoke. There's nothing special to it. Then you have your one way, which I think there's normally a spawn barrier here, but you can also just line up yourself. You're going to aim at these wires over here and left click, and then you'll get a one way stuck up there. This will pretty much, like any attacker will have practically no vision of you. If you're standing on the new stairs back there, they'll have like no vision of you, and it's really, really hard to see. The only downside is there's a little gap here, but they'll probably be dead if they've crossed well, if they've crossed anyway. Another good thing about this one way is you can actually pick it up. Say if they're all then just rushing A, you can run up here, you can jump and pick up your smoke to then be used later on again in the round. Then we have this placement. This placement is a nice little smoke peek angle, where what you can do is you can get yourself over here. Say you have info, this won't ever be pre-fired, and then you have a really nice angle just to surprise people from. If you see nobody, you can then go for a flank route and either go all the way around here or flank middle. The other placement of the smoke is the same kind of idea. It's another smoke peek angle, but you place it on this side and you could go around to the other side of the box, pick up your smoke, and now you're peeking from over here. Sometimes this one is a little bit better. It's a bit more predictable. Like this angle, you're probably more likely to die, but then you also have more vision when you come out of it. You don't have to, like if I peek here, I have to peek left and then peek right. So I would always check left and then right. Whereas if I'm over here, I see everything instantly, right? I can be pre-aiming here, and I can flick if there's someone on the box, or just react according to where people are. But either way, they're kind of the main smokes. I would always be putting them around this choke, though. This choke is a really good place to have your smoke, especially when it's paired with something like a snake bite, which we'll get onto now. So your snake bites are going to be used more as a delay tool than anything else. You're not going to be using them to push people out of positions. It will mainly be used as stall. So, say if there's enemies pushing up here in male, you can be sitting back on site. You can throw your mollies up and help your team. Very, very simple. And then the same if they're pushing through here, you throw your molly down and you wait for your timer. So say if you have a smoke down, what you'll have is you'll have your smoke, you'll let that go through like most of its toxins, wait till it gets to about 20. You'll then put it down, you'll snake bite, and then you're chilling. You can then go hold this from a safe angle. You obviously don't want to hold it from back there because you will peek and die. So you're then chilling for over here, over here, over here. Alright, and that's it. Smoke back up. We're waiting. And now, once again, we wait till about 20 seconds again. Wait till 20 toxins. We put it down. We snake bite. And then we're chilling. We go back. It's that simple. You can stall enemies in here for so long. And if they push through, it's literally just free kills off your vulnerability. So yeah, snake bites are pretty simple to use on this map, honestly. You're mainly just using it as stall for defense. That's about it, really. For your wall, what I would either do is I would suggest you either do a wall at the start of the round to just try and cut off A if you want to help out your team. Otherwise, what I would do is I would save it. I would always keep it for either a retake or just a situation where I actually need a smoke. So, for example, if the enemy team are all pushing through B, all pushing through mid, what I can then do is get off of sight using my wall. So say they're now in heaven, I put up my smokes, and I'm pushing through. I can then smoke peek here, all that's clear, drop that wall, and now we have garage. This is a really good position to get to. If you're going to be playing retake on B, if you're just attacking from heaven and CT, it gets so difficult to play. Whereas if I'm now relocated to garage using my wall, what I can now do is any enemy that wants to try to go backside, I have a free kill on. They probably won't be expecting me here. As well as that, I have garage control for any late people that want to be coming in. I can also just wait for them to get bombed down and then try and play post plant in garage and get a free kill, and then play retake from there. So it's just a very flexible and very safe position to take. And then as soon as we're going back onto site, we have choices. We can either smoke peek through here, so we can either smoke peek through our wall and then try and take a fight here to surprise someone. Or what we can do is smoke over there and actually like get close to site and put pressure onto the people on site straight away, right? So we're then pushing out. We only have to check our left. We can then either choose to go round towards backside and peek, or we just simply smoke peek, and then we're just clearing angles once again. Nice and simple. So honestly, I would say this is actually one of the best walls you can use for B site, but it's only really if they're pushing through mid to B heaven to then try and take B site. I wouldn't really suggest doing this otherwise. Like, it's okay. What you can do is like force them to swing through your wall, which means they're blind, so you can actually see them before they see you. But in general, this wall is mainly going to be used to reposition and get yourself off of site / onto site. And then this is the wall that I would suggest if you're going to be walling at the start of the round to retake A, or just to help your team on A. It's really simple. All it's doing is blocking off ramp and blocking off main. It really doesn't do much more than that, but it's an okay wall just to help yourself or help your teammates on A, especially if you're the only controller on split. It's quite nice for your teams to have some smokes to play around. And then last but not least, we're just going to talk about the ultimate. Her ultimate is really strong here. So you can either use it to force enemies back. Once again, if they're pushing through this choke, you hear all these enemies rushing. You ult to main. They're not going to be pushing through this. You ult, you snake bite, you chill. Right? They're either, at this point now, they're not going to run through the snake bite, so they're probably going to fall back and rotate, and you can just hold B yourself. Really simple. Other thing you can do is actually move from B, and instead say if you have a Sage who's normally playing mid, you say, Sage, go wall here. Like, if she hasn't got her ult, she can wall across here, get orb, and then play her round towards B, and you can ult towards mid at the start of the round, and then you have full control of this. Once again, you're probably just going to sit back a little bit. You don't want to be too aggressive off of it. However, what you can do is do some cool smoke peeks once you get up and get yourself into some funky positions. Like, you can use this smoke or your ult initially at the start of the round to try and get to sewer really fast. So you put your smoke down or a wall, and then you can get yourself to sewer, and you can go for a big sneak play if there's no one in mid at the start and they're all rushing it. So yeah guys, that's kind of a quick little guide to playing Viper on Split. I know it's just kind of short and snappy, but hopefully this helps a few of you in your games. If it does, be sure to like and subscribe below. And guys, remember, stay safe, stay toxic, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.